I know. Getting into an argument or feeling overwhelmed at a dinner table or at the workplace or at a party isn't the best thing to do. We may not like it, but verbal confrontation is a part of our daily personal and professional lives. And if it's not, let me tell you, you're not doing something right. After all, a few ruffled feathers just show that you're making an impression. If you've ever been at the receiving end of an insult, then this video is for you, because in this video I'm going to cover 1. How to handle insults internally and externally. 2. Understanding who and where the insults are coming from. And 3rd, 3 ways in which we can handle these effectively. Also, because the best responses require you to have a good sense of humor and accurate timing, which could be challenging in your moments of vulnerability, I'm going to leave you with a few generic comebacks which could help you out of any situation. But that is at the end of this video. So stay tuned.
House music.
Hi Seher, looks like you tried really hard today, but are you sure that style works for you? Anyways, bye, see you around.
House music.
Is my dress too old-fashioned? Am I too old to dress like this?
House music.
Am I looking fat? I hope I got my sandals right at least. Is it my makeup? Are people deliberately ignoring me? Maybe I should have just worn something else.
Hi Seher, looks like you tried really hard today, but are you sure that style works for you? Anyways, bye, see you around.
Oh, poor thing. Obviously she's not quite happy in her life. I really wish things work for her. Poor girl, God bless her. Meanwhile, I'm at a party with my friends, feeling great, looking awesome. Hey, let's dance!
Would you like to know how I changed my negative self-talk into positive? And what if I told you it was just by repeating the age-old magical word Abracadabra? Because I'm learning along the way too. When I researched, I came across this video, the link for which I will leave in the description below in case you want to watch it too. The part in the video that I could really identify with was the acronym ABRA, wherein the A stood for acknowledge what is being said to you and spend some time with it. Breathe. Release all the hurt, negativity and limitations. And finally, align yourself with who you know you are so that other people's opinions and remarks do not matter. And if you still can't get over your negativity, remember these 2 things. Do not fight it and do not fight for it. Because remember, what you resist persists. Remember the blue monkey. And if you fight for your limitations and argue for them, you get to keep them. So make sure you choose wisely. Everything is going great until you realize someone around you is not having a great day like you after all. And before you know it, they decide to hurl an insult at you. Before we learn how to respond to this insult, which is usually untrue, unsolicited, and more so because they have a problem and not us, let us give them the benefit of the doubt. These kind of people usually come from a place of insecurity wherein they feel lesser about themselves, or from a place of jealousy where they cannot tolerate someone better than them, or simply from a place of ignorance where they know no better that they are hurting you. There are loads of people like these around us, and people get insulted all the time. Although it is up to us to classify whether what is being said to us is an insult or a critique. More often than not, these are said to intentionally harm the person. There are some good ways and some not so good ways to respond to insults. How we choose to respond to these insults creates a huge impact on how we are viewed among the people we are with at that time. Beware, it doesn't take too long to be labeled as a punching bag. The number one way to respond is usually with anger or by feeling sad. Which are the weakest responses? They are the worst responses because they go to show that you're taking it seriously and that you're confirming that there is some truth to what the person is saying. Exactly what the person wants to instigate you and create some kind of a reaction. Anger destabilizes us and makes it that much harder for us to calm down, which is the most important virtue at such time. And finally, this brings us to the 3 best ways in which we can respond to insults. Number 1, being ignored. This is the most popular way in which people like to deal with insults. However, I beg to differ because soaking it all up can only make you feel worse about yourself at a later date. And it also gives the insulter an opportunity to come back at you again and again. However, this response can work well with strangers. For example, if someone had to drive past me and make a comment like women don't make good drivers, I don't think I would chase after the person to make my point. Rather than going against them or trying to defend yourself, you might want to agree and amplify. This not only diffuses the situation but also weakens the person's purpose. Depending on who this person is, you might want to choose whether you want to insult back or you simply want to give a humorous response. Let's look at an example of both. For example, if someone had to tell you, "Oh, you've put on so much of weight," an insult back would look like, "You don't look that skinny either," which just makes it more direct, offensive, shows like you're on the attack, and it just displays your insecurity. A better way to respond to this would be to add a sprinkle of humor and say something like, "Yeah, I've been working at it really hard. I'm so glad you noticed." This just goes to show that you're not bothered by silly things and that you have a more carefree and laid back attitude. Let's look at a few more examples on how we can sprinkle humor on our responses.
You're just being dramatic.
"Oh, I've been practicing really hard. I want to make it big in Hollywood." On an evening when I decide to sit in and watch a horror movie with my friends, they usually say,
You're such a scaredy cat.
"Oh yeah, every time I watch a horror movie with you, I almost get a heart attack."
You're skinny.
Yeah, I know, my metabolism is crazy. However, these responses require mental alertness and perfect timing. Coming up next on the video are a few generic comebacks which could help you swim out of any situation. However, if none of these work for you, then the best way for you would be the third way, which is simply to say, "Okay, thank you." Don't get bitter, get better. Remember when I asked for your opinion? Me neither. Tell me, have you worked hard on being stupid or are you just gifted? I don't mean to push your buttons. I was just looking for mute. In order for you to insult me, I must first value your opinion. Nice try though. I like your approach. Now let's see your departure. You're so fake. Even China denied they made you. Your mind seems to be on vacation, but your mouth is working overtime. Thank you for watching. This is me, Seher, choosing to respond rather than react.